Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. And I remembered my tea today. First off, I want to inform Chris, because he remarked on my grinder purchase, that yes, I am in fact using Harbor Freight cutoff wheels and a Harbor Freight flap disc. So I want to continue, I guess, the little discussion about yesterday because okay, let me rewind. Let's start this over again. I want to talk about beliefs. I don't know that we've ever talked about my beliefs on this show, because I don't find that talking about beliefs is a good indicator of a person. In fact, most beliefs I would say are red flags. Like when somebody says, "I'm going to tell you about my beliefs," I immediately go, "Cool, I'm going to discredit everything you've ever said to me because now you have beliefs and I don't have a way to process that." I am not a particularly religious person. I do not subscribe to any of the major modern religions, though I do, I like the idea of a presence, whatever that might be. And there are times when I start to question how much control we as humans actually have over our lives. Yesterday, I talked about just being kind of off and not being able to concentrate for the last bit of time. And I just wanted to kind of, people keep coming back to this channel because I'm a genuine person and because I'm not trying to hype up anything. And so being genuine and saying, listen, sometimes I struggle is fine, I think is great. Like, there's unfortunately not a lot of people saying, hey, I'm struggling, right? I think that a whole lot of issues could be solved if we were willing to admit when we're struggling. But I can also tell you that one of my children has been struggling lately, and Sunday and yesterday was not a great day for that child, and just kind of same thing. Kind of just feeling empty, something missing, something wrong. I had a talk with a friend scheduled yesterday, something that we're kind of slowly working on the idea for a project together, and he canceled on me yesterday, and he said he's not having a great mental health day, he's not feeling for it, and I said, huh, I get that. Interesting. That makes sense. Today, I kind of forgot, but a friend had mentioned maybe coming over tonight. And I told him, yeah, then, but I kind of forgot about it. And then today he texted me and told me that he wasn't feeling mentally up for hanging out tonight. And I went, okay, interesting. And I can tell you that, so the friend who was going to come over and my daughter and I are obviously close proximity. We have seen each other within the last month, right? All three of us. She probably hasn't seen him, but I've been in both of their presences within the last month. So maybe there's some sort of, bacterial, viral something going around in this localized area. But the other friend, the friend that I was supposed to talk to yesterday, lives on an entirely different continent. Many, many, many hours removed from where I'm at. And same thing. And moments like those make me pause and go, the whole, like, things come in threes, like that Christian kind of look at the world of when a person dies, you got to kind of be careful because that means you're going to experience, two more losses or whatever. I don't have superstitions like that, but when I look at this isolated anecdotal set of four people in my life, including myself, four people feeling not quite right, it makes me just wonder, like, is there an allergy season for brain stuff, or is there a cosmic reason for the four of us feeling similarly, even though none of us have talked about it prior to these moments? It's not like I knew yesterday when my friend canceled our call that he was feeling bad. He masks that, same as I do. And I told him, listen, I've been feeling the same way. I've been masking that. That's part of the reason why we had the talk yesterday, was because I realized maybe I shouldn't mask that. I will say, uh, that's not healthy for me, and I know that. And it's not healthy for my relationship with him. And she has pointed out that I say things here that I don't say to her, that I tell you guys things that I don't tell her, and that's not fair to her. And I totally understand that. But I feel like my recent, I feel like I've communicated that with her. Maybe I haven't effectively, and I need to work on that. But that's beside the point. The point is, I didn't know that my friend was feeling bad. He didn't know I was feeling bad. He canceled on me. I went, cool. This friend that was supposed to come overnight didn't know. Well, I didn't know he was feeling bad. He didn't know, and he can, and so it makes me wonder, like, is there something else going on? And so it brings me back to beliefs. Do I believe that there is some sort of cosmic interference? I don't know. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm a practical enough person to know that I'm never going to put uh, everything in one basket, right? I'm never going to say, this is exactly what is happening and I refuse to accept anything else. Uh, for me, that's giving up to me. Like that's the end. And I don't want that. I want to always remain receptive to things that might be, simply unthought of or unheard of at this point in time. But damn, it's a pretty big coincidence. It's yeah, it's a big coincidence. Do you have experiences like that? Because I feel like this particular isolated incident is not the only time I've recognized these sorts of patterns in my life. And maybe that is, it might just be an extension of our human ability to recognize patterns. Or it could be something. I don't necessarily have enough data to form a belief about it, but it sure makes me wonder. So I add it to my list of things to think about going forward in my life, and maybe that will lead me back to some sort of structured, organized religion, or maybe it will help me formulate my own ideas and opinions. I don't know. How about you? Have any of you who haven't said anything lately been feeling a little bit empty, a little bit weird? And is it just because it's winter time? Are we all just kind of like, I'm ready to get back to real life? Curious to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is phalanx. It is a noun meaning a large division or group of soldiers grouped closely together in an orderly fashion for marching or fighting. Philip of Macedon armed each man with a long spear so the phalanx bristled like a porcupine. Phalanx, Phalanx. I've known that term for a very, very long time. I think I learned that term in history class. Do they still teach Roman war stuff in history class? I don't know. I'll have to ask my kids.